Hello, 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 hello.
The rad, the bad, the bad, the bad, the sad show.
Yes.
Today,
we're here.
We are
again.
back.
Where is this?
Hello, Internet. This is in Texas.
Oh, Texas is the reason.
I say Texas because I think it's Dallas, but I don't know for sure.
I always get those two cities mixed up, those two big cities.
Houston and Dallas?
Yeah.
I didn't do my homework completely. I think this is in Dallas, Texas. This is the Cathedral of Hope, the Peace Chapel, designed by Phillip Johnson.
The one and only.
The famous Phillip Johnson.
The one and only Phillip Johnson.
And it's a very peaceful little...
It's odd.
It's like the fallen dove.
It does look like a bunch of dead doves.
It's either they're dead or they're just kind of like hibernating together, like in a huddle. You know, they're all like standing around and they're like, we're all so pretty and attracted to each other. Let's all get all kind of cozy.
Stay warm together.
Let's stay warm together.
And die.
It's a bundle. Everything's a bundle these days, you know?
It's very like white.
It's a bundle of white doves
There's
laying in the grass.
The stucco is like just so white.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the sort of like kind of like leaning sort of little bird's eyes for the windows.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? It just has a little bit of like a, you know how The Rock like always puts his eyebrow up?
Does he?
You know?
I did not know that.
You probably never would have thought I would have quoted or referred to The Rock for anything.
Actually, I don't know. The Rock is a pretty rad.
He's just the first eyebrow that came to mind.
He's a pretty rad.
First eyebrow I could think of.
I'm a fan of I think I even watched one of his newer Baywatch movies that was horrible, but it was good because he was in it.
Secret Confessions of Ben Warlocks. This is now gonna have to be an outtake.
Oh.
This building needs like a sort of like a misty, like barely visible full moon in the background. You know, like
it is missing. Yeah, it kind of because you know what I was just gonna say. It looks like kind of like a weird hippie sketch that you do when you're a teenager and you're just like,
yeah.
What if this line, and then what if this line runs into,
yeah.
Oh, and then what if there's a little eyeball right here?
Yeah.
You know, it's like that.
Yeah.
You have that phase when you're a teenager and you hate your class, and I feel like that's what this building is.
Yeah.
It's like Phillip Johnson was like found some old sketch when he was a frustrated teenager and he's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Genius.
Just build this. Just build it. Yeah.
He's like, we'll just put a window there where that eyeball was, and where the dove face was, let's put another big window there. Mm-hmm. And he just sort of simplified the drawing, but it's very much like, I don't know, the lines and the weird openings. And
well, I like how the lines all seem like they're a little bit kind of off. They're all a little drunk, right? They're sort of like,
yeah.
They're not perfectly straight. They all kind of like start from someplace that look like they're going to parallel each other, and then they start to kind of veer off course. Like two guys started on a race, and then one guy decided, oh no, I'm going to
go over here.
I have other plans over here.
Actually, yeah. I'm not racing with you at all.
All right. I'll see you later. And so that other line will just continue on. And then you'll hit something. It's like this sort of rocks in the stream. You hit the rock and you have to change course. And well, no, I'm going over here.
Yeah. But it's like you're not worried about that.
Yeah.
It's like, be the river.
It's a gradual.
Say that.
It's be the river.
You know, it's like you got to be able to just bob and weave and just get through everything and not get stuck on any sort of situation.
What's that weird little hump?
Yeah, I don't know. What is that? I was wondering, like, is that part of the building? Is that another building? It's got to be part of the building.
I feel like it's a button. It's like kind of activate the building. The building button.
Then the building becomes like a boring modern building with all straight lines.
Yeah.
And then it deflates into this.
Yeah.
And shook.
Yeah.
And then it deflates.
Right.
This is like a bouncy castle, like 2/3 deflated or 1/3 deflated.
Or this is a boring house that's been wrapped in one of those like fumigation, like kind of plastic wraps that suddenly look really interesting because they've got it's been tinted. So they're like this, you know, this is underneath. This is just like kind of white tinting. They're just fumigating some boring little
They're just getting rid of all the termites.
Yeah.
But underneath is a totally normal house.
It's an outhouse.
Yeah, maybe that's what Phillip Johnson saw one of those and he was like, I've got it. I still think it's the weird hippie drawing. It's the weird like teenage drawing.
Mm-hmm. It's got a little it's a little dopey.
It is. It has this sort of, it becomes these characters. There seems to be all these little parts
Yeah.
And they're kind of all hanging together, and they're all kind of similarly weird.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
So you're saying this is the kind of building you want to smoke? Back in the day, when you're in high school, you're like, guys, I got this building. Meet me in my house at 7. We're gonna smoke this building. You're not gonna believe.
There is so much of this building, we are never gonna need to buy a building again.
That's right.
We just smoke a little bit of it every day, and we'll have building until we're dead.
Just pace yourself. Just chunk a little bit out. Just carve a little sort of cat's eye out of it, and then we'll smoke that.
This white stucco, man, you can't beat it.
It is a bit of a kind of a cheese, actually. It's a little bit of a Swiss.
But also, like the color of it seems so uncheesy. It's almost like cheese that isn't edible, or it's like rock hard, but you can eat it.
Clorox cheese.
Yeah. It's very kind of like a weird. It's almost like an over-engineered American cheese. It's just like really bad.
Or the fake clone of a cheese that's trying to be like an imposter, and you're like, wait a minute.
You're stucco.
You're not my cheese.
You're not cheese.
You're not my Swiss cheese. You can't fool me.
You find this in your refrigerator, and you're like, nope.
Yeah, you're fooled at first.
I'm not eating this.
You're fooled at first because you have your sunglasses on. You're like, oh, what's up, cheese? And then you're like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. I don't want to put that on my cracker.
Now that
Phillip Johnson, I don't want any of your cheese on my cracker.
Yeah. Well,
and then it's also like twisting.
It is twisting and kind of leaning and dropping down. It's laid back.
Yeah.
It's casual.
I give it that. It is. It's kind of chill.
It's a church, which is all about Sunday.
A chill building.
But it's a really more casual Friday.
You're right. That's a good point. Maybe it's like just to contrast all the crazy hats and the great outfits people wear to church.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting concept.
Right.
I kind of like that.
I'd like to imagine there's at least one person who's so fat in Texas that's perfectly shaped, who like has come upon this building is like, finally, this is the church for me. Like this is
the door.
This is the door that perfectly fits my.
Yeah, it's like a larger.
That's my cat's eye body.
Like maybe there's someone who's just fallen in love with this door. They're like, oh my God, I've been looking for this door my whole life.
Well, it's deep too.
I like the depth. I gotta say, the thickness of this thing is pretty rad.
It's deep.
Well, it's God, man. God is deep. He's the deepest. Or maybe
it's
Buddha.
Like deep. It's heavy. This building's heavy, man.
Well, it certainly looks heavy.
Yeah. That's an interesting point because it's sort of like it's like the optimist brutalist. It's the optimistic brutalist, right?
That's so much better than Optimus Prime. The optimist brutalist. It's like if Rothko didn't commit suicide or something. It's just like it's the optimist.
It's
brutalist.
The thick brutalist building that's like hopeful and cheerful and like.
No, you're right.
It's like guys, we can do this.
Yeah.
We can be brutalists and have a good attitude. Just
We can still celebrate our birthday because we're brutalists.
Have you heard the good word?
Maybe at first he tried to talk them into a brutalist building, and then slowly, after all the meetings, they ended up with this.
Yeah.
They were just like and then he joined the church. They whittled him down.
Oh yeah.
And then he joined.
He was born again. Born again. I like to imagine there's some fun, like kind of cauldron-y kind of things happening above that roof.
Cauldron-y.
Little things that like kind of like there's like a big huge skylight where things just kind of get sucked in and like a big sort of like
a strange
carved out area under there where there's like a sort of mystery pit of the Lord in there. It's like a bowled out.
Now that we're talking about the Lord, I just can't help but think this is like the Lord's summer house.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
This is like he's always spending time in all these strange cathedrals and all this really serious stuff, and he's like, this is where I go in the summer.
Yeah, he's like, actually, I'm a minimalist.
He
smokes cigarettes.
He's just like, the beat movement happened, and I just never changed.
He smokes electric cigarettes and like watches
he's got a big eye-shaped TV in here that he watches. Like
he's into synth pop and he's a minimalist. He's basically me. without the
He
electronic
watches
cigarette.
those. Have you heard about those new movies they make? I think it's like Sweden, and they just put a camera on a train.
Yeah.
And then you just watch, and he just watches that. He's just like smoking a cigarette and watching this train go through this like gorgeous landscape.
The Mechanical Nature Channel.
Is that what it's
Well, no, just ironically. Yeah, no, I love that. The Lord's summer home.
The Lord's summer.
The checkout. He's like, no, actually.
I think I'm going over here.
He's like, that's my day job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
This is really what I'm all about.
You need a separation between like work and pleasure.
Even the Lord appreciates a little contrast. You know? All right, fair enough. So what do we think about this guy?
Well, I'm still going to say bad. I love the Lord's summer home.
You're going to go bad?
I'm going to say bad. Yeah,
it sucks.
I don't like
tear it down.
Yeah, tear it down.
Get back to work, Jesus.
Exactly.
Go back
Lord, you got enough going on for you. You don't deserve a summer home on top of that.
Go back to your big dark Gothic cathedral.
Yeah, get serious.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go sad, but I'm gonna veer it a little bit kind of rad, just because I really think it feels so hopeful to me. I don't know if it's the white or the curves or the kind of this. It feels soft and inviting, and it feels like it feels like somewhere I could kick it for a while in there.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm the eternal optimist anyway. So I'm all about the optimist brutalist.
He loves hanging with the optimist brutalist.
The optimist brutalist.
Good.
Okay, so that's the Peace Chapel.
The Peace
by Phillip Johnson.
Phillip Johnson, the one and only.
We got a bad and a sad. A sad with a little
sad leaning rad.
A sad with a little wiggle room. All right.
All right.
Peace out.
Good to see you.
Subscribe.
Bye-bye, Internet.